My name is Brodie James Donaldson Shepherd.
I'm Reuben and I am a carer for Brodie. I have him during the week here with me while he's at school at Hillmorton High School. So Brodie splits his time between here with me and time with his primary caregivers. They live rurally in North Canterbury, so he spends the weekend there, but being that he's at school at Hillmorton in Christchurch, he spends the week here to save on that sort of commute and to get that specialist care at the Upland unit at Hillmorton.
The night of the 27th to 28th of April this year, for about 6 hours I was out in the middle of the night.
Yes, unbeknownst to us.
I went down a bit of Gloucester Street, then I went out to I went through Margaret Mayhew Playground.
What time was this?
Around 1 o'clock. Around 1:15 was when I got to the central city, around 1 o'clock. 1:15.
What were you planning on doing?
Going there and back. Then I went toilet at the Litchfield Street car park.
But that was your main goal, wasn't it, to get to that car park?
Yes.
And that was to see...
At the terrace car park there's a fast Schindler 5500 lift installed in 2020 as part of the car park's building. It's original to the building and it has those nice linear 300 fixtures. I came back and had a drink of water at the Margaret Mayhew Playground and then I walked back.
He is capable of navigating himself around. He knows where he's going. He's fascinated by traffic lights and traffic systems and the flow of and sort of mapping in general. The concern is less about him getting lost than obviously all the other potential dangers and threats that are out there.
Such as bad people out there.
Exactly, and you know that's the main concern. And that night, you know, I mean, obviously, fortune sort of smiled. But if that was to happen again and didn't make it home, then obviously, you know, having the peace of mind of knowing that we've got the ability to actually locate him, yeah, is very reassuring. You know, Brodie's also 19. He's of an age where he has a bit more determination as well. But you know, in terms of those other strategies, one of the biggest things that has helped previously is just their understanding of where he's likely to be. We did have a scenario where on a school trip, he left the group and couldn't be located in the central city. This was during a busy weekday, and I think what was it? It was 3 hours or so, possibly, that you were missing, and the police were contacted and were searching. But it turned out that he had gone to the library where he could access the library computers and use the Wi-Fi and the internet and everything, and that sort of becomes a likely destination. So that was actually where we sort of ended up suggesting they look, and someone had seen him and he'd largely been in that space apart from travelling to another car park. I think you went to that day as well, didn't you?
Yes, I went to Hereford Street 1.
Yeah. So you know, that familiarity of his fixations is really important as well.
The Pacific Tower.
Did you?
Yes, where I got trapped trying to go. Well, I went trying to go even up further to find what the highest floor I could access by the doors, and I found it was 15.
Wow, that's pretty high.
Then I went down the lift and waited a bit for the lift to come. Went back down to 1, which is ground. And I also went into the Ibis Hotel's lift.
Right. So yeah, he is very capable of getting around and knowing where he wants to go.
The lift at the Ibis Hotel is a Schindler 5400 AP.
I think, you know, the tracker is great for peace of mind. There's a fine line between fencing someone in and giving them some freedom. So I think the tracker can help achieve that. I think the contemporary existence, right, it's pretty tricky to balance everything. Everyone has a lot going on. So anything that helps you get, some peace of mind is really a godsend.